So to get the outer tie rod off, we have to bust this nut right here loose. So once it's free, we just leave that alone, and then we'll come down here and we have to get this cotter pin out right here. All right, so I got this cotter pin out, but before I spin this all the way off, I'm gonna clean this up with this wire wheel here, and then I'm gonna spray it down with some PB Blaster. So as you can see, it's been sprayed down and it's coming off so easy. So this is the reason why we clean these and spray them down. Now when it comes to getting these outer tie rod ends out of here, now since we're changing this, we can beat on this with no problem. But just in case you need to know how to get it out without damaging this, normally you would hit around here on the outer side of this, kind of like that. Shake everything up and putting the castle nut back on. Not all the way on, but mostly on, so you're not hitting your threads. And then you can hit on the bottom of this, just like that, to get that out. Now this should thread off nice and easy with no thread damage. So that's how you get that out of there. When you're doing inner and outer tie rods, the best way to get this back in place is to break this nut loose, move this back, move the locking nut back maybe 1/8 of a turn, and once you start to spin this off, make sure you count the revolutions. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 revolutions it took to get that off. So when I go to put my new one on, I'm going to change this all out and put my new inner tie rod on. I'm going to make sure I spin this 21 revolutions on my new tie rod. So when I go to put my new tie rod on here, I'm going to make sure to go 21 revolutions and stop before I get everything all together. And then of course I bring my backing nut back on and lock everything down. And that's the best way to get your tie rods back as close as factory specs as possible before the alignment. All right, so we got the outer tie rod off. So we're going to take our 14mm now to hold this down, and we're going to get this nut all the way back off. So this is just a regular clamp here on this outside of this boot. So let's get that clamp off. I can just grab back here now and pull this off. All right, so now is the time that we all been waiting for. So this is the tie rod removal tool here. You have 3 sizes. There's an inch 7/16, inch 3/16, inch 5/16. So we're going to take our tool, we'll take our new tie rod, and we're going to see which one of these fits. Yep, and it's that one right there. But you can see this is the tool for it right here. It fits right in that one, and it doesn't fit in any of the other ones. So we're going to use the inch and 7/16 for this vehicle. So we take the tool that we picked out, set it up on that outer edge of that inner tie rod, and put our handle on it. And that should hold it up there, but we're still going to have to use one of our hands to hold it. Now I'm going to take a breaker bar here, and I'm going to turn it counterclockwise with this breaker bar, and this is how I'm going to get this loose. So here we go. So that actually broke free there. It does it a lot of time when it breaks free. It just falls off. And so we're going to spin this off. So don't forget to lubricate your new part. And once you get that lubricated, go ahead and put that, start to thread that in there the same way how you threaded the old one out. So now that it's tight in there, we do the same exact opposite thing we did. We'll put our tool on here, and then we'll go clockwise this time, tighten, So get my tool on. And right now I'm tightening it with my breaker bar, and I'm going clockwise with it. Alright, that should be enough there. So the new boot, I'm gonna use a regular hose clamp on there. So I'm just putting one up there to match it up. I'm gonna take it off and I'll put it back on there after I get the boot up. So once you get the boot on, then we can go ahead and get our locking nut back on. We have to remove our locking nut so we can get our tool handle over here. But now that the inner tie rod is tight, we can bring this locking nut back on here. And remember, when we put our outer tie rod on, it was 21 revolutions. So we're gonna count that as well. And it's already lubricated here at the end. So we're gonna start with the outer tie rod until as soon as it starts to thread, which is right there. So every time we go around, I'll count. Because right now it's barely on. So let's see, right there is barely on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 revolutions is all I needed. So let's go ahead and drop that in there. All right. So before I lock this all the way down, I'm going to tighten up this castle nut down here first. All right, now throw a cotter pin through here. All right, guys, cotter pin is in. Let's go ahead and bring that all the way back. So this is a 22 millimeter I'm using. So of course it's gonna shift first, but once it stops right there, then I can go ahead and tighten that like that. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys, so as you can see, the inner tie rod, the boot, the outer tie rod, everything is good now. Everything is back in alignment, the best as we can get it. So that's pretty much it for this job and this side.